Hey people, Injured here, 3v3, Argent Shelf Redux, blue team, a whole bunch of chaos. First up is DiesIrae27 as a Chaos Lord. Took a while to get going, I think. Very durable commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Some destructive melee action going on and can disrupt as well. This is a Black Legion Chaos Lord. Alongside double plague champions, first up is Fear. And we also have Morgan MLGman, previously known as Adeptus Nubus. These guys are starting off in range combat. Some damage over time bolters, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair also, but are very slow. And Morgan using the Death Guard elite scheme. Red team, Own King is a brother captain, durable commander that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed on regular offense, and support fights in melee combat up against the Chaos Lord on the western solo lane. Alongside jeffsl is a Lord Commissar, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also support and has a refractor field. And round of the teams is Magnus the Red as a Blood Axes Warboss, a melee commander that walks through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines, and is perpetually pissed off. Look at his face. So this could be a really tough opening for the red team against double plague champions right next to each other. These sluggers are in trouble straight away. They're going to go down, in fact, I think. If both of those plague champions shoot them, yeah, they're definitely not getting away. Massive misplay there from Magnus. Not sure what he was thinking, just sending them in completely alone. Look at his Heretics idol from Morgan. Should be worshipping and stuff. In fact, he just lost his plague champion. That was a little bit sloppy there. This guy is out in front, but he is behind cover. I think that's light cover, those standing pipes. These pipes on the ground, I think, are heavy cover. That is a Warboss going down. Losses all over the place early on. Down he goes, getting way too close. Some Heretics over here in retreat. Looks like they took some shots. Now just get behind the heavy cover and stand and shoot, and you should be okay. The Lord Commissar could get in amongst them if he gets a special attack and cause a lot of trouble though. Hasn't used Inspire Courage yet, I don't think. He's most likely waiting for stuff to get out of cover so it's more vulnerable. Sentinel is taking shots. Those guys ready to repair it. There is the Inspire Courage, and CSM are out of cover. They just got a heal from the mucus discharge, but here comes the Lord Commissar. Gets in amongst those CSM, an excellent special attack as well. Can they wipe these guys? If the Sentinel chases, maybe? Going to drop another model, I think. Yes, down to 14 hit points, 13, but looks like they are not going for the chase. And here are some more sluggers from Magnus to replace the squad that he lost. Plague champion trying to revive, but with the sluggers moving in, he's not going to be able to. Is he going to get away? There's some Nurgle worship, but that is not, those are not Encrypted's heretics. Those are Morgan's heretics, so the plague champion was not benefiting there. Morgan with some noise marines up, good choice against Orks and Imperial Guard, I think, and double CSM for Fear. These guys back at base need to heal up. What's gone on west side then? Whole bunch of dead heretics as expected. DiesIrae with double heretics and double CSM. We have double strike squad for Own King. And Grey Knights can do some serious shootiness in tier 1 with operatives and stormtroopers with that awesome burst damage and some really good sustained range damage from the strike squad too. 15 DPS from these guys with the durability and melee prowess. He's focusing down those heretics. Wow, took a whole bunch of them off. Brother Captain forced to retreat off. Chaos Lord in amongst some strike squad, and here are some aspiring champion heretics. For some reason he's worshipping right now. What is he up to? Get them into combat. Big mistake here from DiesIrae, I think. You're just getting shot down. Did not need to worship there. Why did he do that? And strike squad dropping a model are now off the field, and these guys are not going to be able to stand up against all of this stuff. Worship used a little bit haphazardly here from DiesIrae. Now he can chase with it. Stormtroopers are going to be important here. Either get their grenade launchers up or their sergeant or both. Maybe even that warrior acolyte dude as well. Lord Commissar, we've lost the indicator for this guy. Did he go down? He's still level 1, has the power sword, which will do great things against those double plague champions, and carapace armor, which gives him some buffs when he uses Inspire Courage, which is cool. 454 to 456. Refractor field is up, and he's doing some damage to those CSM. Lead by example is awesome, but how much energy does it cost to activate? It might be 60 energy, in which case he doesn't have enough to activate it. Oh, takes our model out. Really nice little assist here from Jeff, and now he's going straight for the power, I think. Double Plague Champions are all mid. This guy has Biosphere going for the power bash. This is Fear with the Mucus Discharge as well to give him some sustain as he bashes power. The rest of the stuff is coming for the assist or the defend. Oh, he's not going for the power here. He's going for decaps instead. Any flamers on the way? Nope. I guess you can shoot down these generators here. You are liable to getting some insane flanks if you try and bash this power. Maybe more so than if you bash this one. 419 to 456. There is the Bilious Discharge, slowing the Warboss to a crawl. Looks like he bashed all of those gens and bashes 2 again. Some really nice work from Fear. Look how much XP the Plague Champion got for that. Obviously he got a big chunk of it for reviving Morgan as well, I think. Noise Marines doing their thing, but tied up by the Lord Commissar, and his refractive field will stop that knockdown if they use Cacophony. Some nice work there by the Lord Commissar. Noise Marines did drop a model, but they're not too concerned about that. The Sonic Blaster is only on one of them. You do lose that bolter DPS, which is always nice, but not the end of the world. Brother Captain in amongst some heretics. These guys go down. Yes, they do. 391 to 456. Hell Fury Strike goes off, forcing those heretics to retreat. This is a really messy engagement, and Sentinel is in there for an assisted stomp, and he is forced off again, this Chaos Lord. He might even come through and bash that power. We'll be able to shoot it down pretty quickly with what he's got. Looks like it's not going to go through there. Brother Captain's level 2. Strat Squad level 2 and level 2 also. Starting to ramp up over there. In tier 2, a bunch of players. Magnus is still in tier 1. Has some looters. Jeff lost some guardsmen. We have Bloodletters on the way for Fear. Kicking off over on this west side again. What are these Havocs up to? Setting up the wrong and caught by the Brother Captain. Does he have an upgrade? He has the teleporter already up. A lot of changes coming for Grey Knights in the next update. As always, you can head over to the forums to see some of those initial changes. And down go those Havocs. Brother Captain took him out in the garrison with his Stormbar, I think. Lord Commissar forcing off some Noise Marines. Here's the Ork all the way over on this side. Recognizing that this side is important. A lot of the time the teams will kind of neglect the west side and they become very focused on mid and bashing power. But if you can dip your army over here and assist every now and then, you can make a huge difference to how the game unfolds. 352 to 456. It's a lot easier to bash this power, I think, than it is to bash this one. A lot easier in general, I think, maybe to bash the south team's powers. Because this one you have a massive shot blocker to protect you as well. Though the south team does have this massive shot blocker, which they can use to put a turret or a beacon behind or some other structure. Really is not symmetrical at all, this map. It works pretty well though. Chaos Lord is down. Has Lightning Claws up, I think. Yeah, and that's Harness of Rage on the way. No, it's the Dark Halo. The Plague Champion with Blight Grenades from Morgan is going to revive and level up to 2. Warboss has pushed through to decap the VP here. 352 to 439. All players into tier 2. Magnus very late going. Plague Marines on the field from Morgan and Bloodletters on the field, as we saw earlier, from Fear. And they've taken a model loss. Trying to bash power again is this Plague Champion. Looks like he did so because 2 generators are being repurchased. In fact, all 3 of them were repurchased. Did he get a full bash again? Goes down for his trouble, but getting a full bash for that is worth it, I think. You slowed down power income and they need to repurchase those generators. Worst comes to worst, you need to repurchase your Plague Champion, which is just 250 wrecked if you wait. Leveling up to 3 are the Strike Squad with a Side Cannon. These guys also with a Side Cannon. He has nothing else out though in tier 2. Getting some Noise Marines is DiesIrae. maybe straight into a Blastmaster, but with a teleport around that might not work out too great. Nemesis Force Halberd on the way, and maybe the Blessed Aegis as well, a very popular build for the Brother Captain. Stormtroopers get away. Teleporting onto the turret is the Brother Captain, and Strat Squad are in behind. This thing is not going to last very long. They champion trying to cap, kicking off in the middle though. Bloodletters are, I don't think, going to get... Oh, maybe they will get away. There's Worship on retreat, I think. And they do get out. Yes, they do. Only just. That's a Noxious Cloud queued up. I think he spotted it, did Jeff. Goes off, and he can try and chase them back, but they will get away. Double shooters fully upgraded. Lots and lots of Daka. They are pushing through really well here. Red team doing a lot better than I thought. I guess Fear and Morgan are having to help out the Chaos Lord a little bit, which is taking them away from the mid. Chaos Lord going after the Brother Captain. He will do a lot of damage to that guy with those claws. Able to quickly force him off there, which is important for how the Chaos Lord is going to be able to do here. He's leaving his heretics out to get shot up though. Get some worship and push in with your Chaos Lord. There's nothing here. Of course, he can't see that. But he can easily go forward and cap there. Manticore on the field for Jeff. Weird Boy on the field for Magnus. Really good choice in general. A decent blind purchase, but seeing as the blue team in the mid are all infantry, can do a lot of work. Tier 3 though for Fear could get a Predator tank up reasonably quickly, which would do a hell of a lot of work, I think. 245 to 438. It's a triple cap for the red team. They are sitting on these VPs. Chaos Lord of DiesIrae has now realised they can cap safely. Will he be able to finish that cap though? Because the Brother Captain is back out onto this field. Well, his army is. He's still back at base, in fact. He's level 4. Sentinel survives with 2 hit points. Just got to get that thing out of there, surely. Bloodletters are warp shifted out, taking no damage right now, but soaking up a lot of fire. Surely he can scooch forward and shoot that Sentinel. Now it's being repaired. Down it goes. Not sure why he kept it there. He was waiting for the guardsmen to come in and repair, I think. He has triple guardsmen, double manticores. That's the first manticore strike I've seen. Does it have Storm Eagle? It does. Bunch of worship going on. Takes these guys off worship. Wants to use those grenade launchers against that massive, juicy blob of guards, and maybe another Noxious Cloud. They do have the red for it, both of those players. Sluggers starting to become powerful. Give them their Knob Leader as well, and they become incredibly scary. That is a good Blight Grenade. Really good Blight Grenade on the triple guardsmen. And they're going to drop models as they retreat as well, trying to force melee combat there, but he should just shoot them, because the Plague Champion melee by default is terrible. Takes down a squad. Nicely done. Weird Boy unable to knock down the Plague Champion because he has Armor of Pestilence, but the red team are retaking that west side. There's some touch of Nurgle on Heretics, wiping out the Sluggers. Nicely done there by Morgan. Nicely timed, waiting for the Sluggers to be low and goes after them. Just as I bigged up how good the Sluggers can be in Tier 2, he takes them out. Lord Commissar with stubbornness, giving him massive buffs for allied infantry around him. Tier 3 for Own King, Tier 3 for DiesIrae, and a Predator tank on the way. Fear did not get anything up in Tier 3. He must be going for something big and nasty, maybe waiting for the red to get terminated, perhaps. Bloodletter's teleporting in. Weird Boy is forced to retreat, and maybe now, finally, blue team can get away from their VP. Double Manticores might make it very difficult to push though. They might just blunder into those strikes. Lots of dead heretics again. In fact, both of his heretic squads have been wiped over here. Eternal War for both of the CSM now. There's a Predator tank which will help immensely. He does have the double side cannon for the Strat squad, but ouch. Blastmaster doing work, but the captain teleports in. Just waiting for that, I think, DiesIrae. And he has a lot of damage to force him off quickly. Why did he retreat the Chaos Lord there? Big mistake from DiesIrae. Obviously meant to retreat the CSM, and he loses one of his CSM squads. Massive, massive misplay from DiesIrae. Another Blight Grenade, beautifully done from Fear with the Bile Spear also. This Plague Champion with Blight Grenades and Armor of Pestilence. Fear also has Mucus Discharge to switch back to, doing a lot of work though with those Blight Grenades. Are the Blue Plague Champions 145 to 410. Looters getting away. Plague Marines now in retreat for some reason. Shooter DPS is scary, but they could have just backed away, I think. Bloodletters fighting a Warboss. What does this guy have? Has the Bang Bang Hammer and Angry Bits. Bloodletters dropping 2 models before they warp shift out. And this is dangerous for these Bloodletters here, because that is a hell of a lot of piercing damage. 128 to 410. He's happy to just brute force this here, Magnus. And the Bloodletters drop another model on retreat. Magnus has so much red. 678 could drop a Rocks, obviously, and still have red for some buffs. Not a lot of melee around to buff though, although as I say that, Paladins are about to hit the field and a Nob Squad on the way for Magnus. So yes, plenty of red to use Frenzy and those awesome Warboss buffs. Plague Champion in retreat. Shooter boys can't really do a hell of a lot to him. Oh, maybe they can. Maybe they can. Gets him under 80. No, he does get away. 115 to 400. It's a single cap for Blue. Great unclean one on the way for Fear. That's what he was saving for. Reinforces his stuff. Did he? Why did he lose? Oh, he's reinforcing his Bloodletters. Mucus Discharge Shield goes off. The Breath of Nurgle, as it's called. Paladins on the field. Controversial unit right now. They are getting some huge changes in the next update. They're now going to be a global call-in, no longer available from the HQ, and they will of course cost red and no longer be able to retreat though. To the Grey Knight Terminators will still retain that ability, and he just straight up cannot stop this. I think he can shoot with the Predator tank, but it's not going to be enough damage to force off those Paladins, and they could teleport after it. Ouch, something got exploded. CSM forced to retreat. It's going to be so difficult for DiesIrae to hold against this. Need some help. Really badly need some help. Might want to get the Marker Zinch up on his CSM for that Inferno damage versus the Paladins. What's going on in the mid though? Red team continue to pressure this VP. Blue team really haven't pushed back at all. Maybe they're just happy to hold here. Red team do have the contested wreck point and this contested power though. And this contested power also is red. Gotta be careful not to overcommit and overextend here, the red team. Nob Squad making their way forward. Have the Nob Leader. Now has 1050 hit points, the Nob Leader by himself. And they're getting their huge hammers. Already have Mina and Greener. Gonna go after the Great and Clean one maybe. Warboss is there to buff with Bang Bang Hammer and his globals also. But blue team are running out of VPs. Ouch. Nurgle Vomit. Everything is infected, I think, from the Blight Grenade also. That's Foul Snare on the Warboss, and now he's rooted into place because of Bilious Discharge and the passive speed decrease of the Bile Spear. A bit strange that the Bile Spear completely stops movement when you use it with Bilious Discharge, since it's meant to be a percentage here. So in theory it should still be moving, albeit very slowly. Maybe the game just rounds it down to 0. That's a Rocks, a completely wasted Rocks, I think. Doesn't even wipe the Heretics, does it? No, the Heretics live. And they retreat out. Paladins are here. That is a really nasty Abyss. Wow, from DiesIrae. Wiped 2 Guardsman squads, I think, and the Stormtroopers. Nicely done. Plague Champion, who had the Plague Fist, goes down here. Paladins easily able to take him out, and now are smacking up these Noise Marines. Get away with a single model. Yes, they do. 62 to 361. DiesIrae with a Mark of Khorne Chaos Dreadnought, a decent choice versus the Paladins. Yes, they are heavy melee, but with the melee resistance of that Dreadnought, it will do a good job versus them, especially with some support, namely from the Chaos Lord's power melee and the CSM. Well, if they got Marco Zinch, they'll be doing a lot better here. He's got some Grey Knight Terminators though, and he's getting a side cannon up. 62 to 345. Blue team have the 2-1. Not sure why Own King came to the mid. It's not that they needed help. Just stay on the west side, hold your VP and win the game. Now he has a Mark of Thorn Dreadnought to deal with. Still has double side cannons though, so it might be better for the Chaos Lord to tie up one of those guys. CSM really could do with some Marco Zinch shenanigans going on. Britain King 1 soaking up damage. There's the Nurgle Vomit. Beamy Looters will be doing a hell of a lot of damage to this guy. Bloodletter's teleporting in to tie up some shooters. That's a Manticore Strike. He does not risk backing away, and that was actually a good choice because that missile would have hit them square on if he kept just backing away there, I think. 62, 315. Warboss is incredibly angry and trying to solo fight a Great Unclean One. It's not going to work out too well for him. Down he goes. Has spiky armor, which is a bit of a strange choice. Not a whole lot of melee on the blue team right now. Double Great Unclean Ones are in play. And we see some Nurgle Worship helping out this guy. Nurgle Worship will heal demons faster than the other worships, which is a nice little bonus for that thing. Plague Marines exploding. Nob Squad not liking that, but they get up to keep chopping, or banging with the U-Jammers, I should say. 36 DPS heavy melee, which will be buffed up 8 seconds each swing. I think the momentum can go off 4 times. I think. So that's what? 36 more damage or something? 32 more damage. 32% more damage, I should say. So not bad with full momentum, and Bang Bang Hammer can help out with those buffs, and of course use your choppers and all that kind of thing. So knobs can get crazy if you invest a hell of a bunch of buffs into them. Jeff has Lehman Russ up and a whole bunch of red. Chaos Terminators in the field for Morgan, and they've got their lightning claws to tear through pretty much everything apart from those vehicles, I guess. There's the Mark of Khorne Dreadnought doing its thing with Blood Rage active, increasing damage resistance and speed, but you lose control of the Dreadnought, and it really tore through those Terminators there. Now trying to fight Paladins, but it's too low. The double side cannons did whittle it down pretty effectively there. Orbital goes off, doesn't hit much of anything, but down goes a Predator tank. Maybe it did some damage to that, in fact. And I think the Chaos Lord was caught in one of those beams, so could not join in fighting those Paladins there. DiesIrae losing his Predator and his Dreadnought. Pretty bad. Look how far up the Manticores have pushed. And that's because the blue team have been putting no pressure on the mid. They have been very happy to just sit back and concede all of these central points. 29 to 275. 1-1 cap now. Warboss again so far ahead of the rest of his army. He's going to lose him yet again, I think. What's that, the 5th time? Losing him a hell of a lot. Britain King was going to go down here. You see those full momentum buffs from the knobs. They tore him down pretty damn quickly, and red team have pushed through. Can they get a decap on this VP though? Tank Busters in play. You have an Executioner Lehman Russ. A lot of damage on those Terminators. Wants to keep it away from them though. Ouch. Some Nurgle Vomit going off. Double CSM and Plague Champion now joining in, and again the red team getting a bit too over eager. I mean, they are not achieving anything with these pushes. They're just losing stuff. Why not commit one of your players over to that west side permanently? Seems like Own King was forced off by fear over there. He has some interceptors now from tier 3. Chaos Lord is now in the mid and level 3, and that is a nice Black Grenade again. Double Manticores, can they get up to them? Maybe teleport your Terminators. Maybe they've used it already. Oh, Bloodletter's teleporting in. Manticores have so few hit points. 275. Oh, Nuke blocking them off there. Bloodletters can chase them down. They're going to take down Surely at least one of these guys. Marco Zinc CSM weighing in with some range fire on rear armor, doing a good job as you can see. Surely one of these is going to go down. Yeah, that one's going to go down, definitely. 28 to 225, down it goes. Great and clean one taking down the other. Really good little push there from the blue team. Just as I was saying, they were not pushing it enough. They stride through the center, and they're going to get a triple cap here. DiesIrae recovers with Chaos Terminators with claws. Use them to fight those Paladins and Grey Knight Terminators, I guess. But that's a risky fight. A lot of scary melee on the field with Knobs, Paladins, Grey Knight Terminators, and Lightning Claw Chaos Terminators. The Great and Clean one's going to go down here. No Chaos Sorcerer shenanigans to teleport it out. But this stuff now needs to be very careful because that Great and Clean one's going to explode. Yeah, they teleport away. That's a foot of Gork. This is a massive engagement here. 28 to 171. So much shootiness. Blue team are still here. They're not backing away. Red team retaking their VP. Another Black Grenades again, staying relevant in the late game. Double Plague Fist Plague Champions now. Some really good capping tools then. Do they both have... Oh, this guy's level 10 with the Armor of Pestilence. Wow. 1654 hit points. 200 energy. They're using a Rocks just to get this guy out of here. Completely wasted nuke again by Magnus. They have 162 VPs. Why would he use a nuke there to stop a cap? And they've taken blue team's natural. Well done, the Warboss. He's level 5. Has the heavy armor. Morgan getting a Chaos Predator up, trying to keep his army varied. There are those interceptors. There they are, back at base with those side cannons. They can switch freely to their melee weapons, so there's not a lot of call to do that, I think. Side cannon's good versus all targets, and that teleport makes him pretty damn dangerous versus vehicles on rear armor and stuff. Double Kasrikin for Jeff. He has plasma guns up. There's a lot of heavy infantry and super heavy infantry to shoot at, so why not? Plague Champion soaking up damage. This guy's level 9, Morgan. Level 9 and level 10 Plague Champions. You might see double level 10 Plague Champions at the end. That's an orbital from Own King. Captures the Heretics and the Terminators, who actually teleported away to escape the orbital but went straight into another beam. And now the Knob Squad there to take out the Plague Champion, maybe? No, Plague Champion gets away. And these guys have used their teleport. They cannot get away here. Knob Squad are going to charge them down and probably finish them off, I think. Lord Commissar is reviving the Brother Captain. There we go. He's now level 6 and has Bionic Eye, giving it Inspired Determination. Makes your Inspired Courage a hell of a lot better, basically. Stubbornness is also in play. Plus 3.5 speed from this thing. Bloody hell. Terminators are going down. They do have Touch of Nurgle on them, though. Goes off again, but they are shot down. 28 to 116. Lord Commissar now getting a Fist of Brockus to support those knobs, I guess. And the rest of his army, of course. What's going on west side? Lots of scary Grey Knight stuff pummeling these Terminators. The Chaos Terminator is able to get away under some corn worship. There's another Chaos Dreadnought. I'm not sure what he's thinking with this thing. Why would you get this? There's 5 Psy Cannons and Paladins. Not to mention Psy Cannons on these guys as well. There's 7 Psy Cannons. And you get a Dreadnought. Down it goes. Not the best choice. Should just get some more CSM and give them Mark of Zinch. He still hasn't done so. Big mistake. Let's get like triple CSM with Marco Zinch. Keep them separated, keep them shooting, and you'll do some work. Chaos Sword is level 5. Some players have that kind of mental block, not wanting to get a tier 1 unit when it's late game and they're in tier 3. They think they have to get a tier 2 or something at least. Or some kind of heavy hitter, but CSM with Marco Zinch are heavy hitters. What was that went down? Oh, Predator Tank goes down. Tank Buster's doing work. Here's another Great and Clean one, the third one. This game is so close, 28 to 67. Grey Knights are surely going to take this west side right now. Here comes the Warboss, in fact, to cap. Bloodletter's trying to help out. Level 4 Bloodletter's up to 1825 hit points. And they are chopping up some Strike Squad here. Level 4 Strike Squad, of course. Been around for the entire game shooting stuff up. These Chaos Terminators are very brave. I guess he has the teleporter off cooldown, so he knows he can get stuck in here. Still pretty risky. He takes down one of the Paladins. But now everything turns on those Chaos Terminators. Can he teleport them out? No. He got in there without his teleporter available. And they get absolutely owned. DiesIrae not having a good time over here on this west side. And Paladins wrecking things. Bloodletter's coming for a cheeky decap. It's 16 to 56. 2-1 cap for red team. And they are firmly in control. Morgan has lost a bunch of stuff, and DiesIrae has had a torrid time on that west side. Ever since that Dreadnought and that Predator went down, very tough to come back from that. Very, very tough. And Fear has been helping when he can, but red team have really been putting the pressure up on this natural VP. Look at this though, Bloodletter's trying to cap. Uh-oh. Kazukin don't want to fight these guys in melee combat. Special attacks going off. Trying to throw a grenade, there it is. Hitting one of their own models, and Bloodletter is able to soak that up there. Keeping this stuff distracted, knowing that they can use warp shift when they get into real trouble. There we go. Gonna need to back away though, they're very low. Plague Marine's now trying to cap. Here comes a Knob Squad though to have a word. 1-1 cap, 5 to 56. Red team are gonna force off these Plague Marines, I guess, retake this VP, and that's gonna be it. Maybe. We shall see some more Terminators called in by Morgan. Plague Champion is there. Bloodletter's getting involved. He's desperate here, using his very, very low HP Bloodletters. Down goes a Plague Champion. Knob Squad level 2. So scary with full momentum buff. 1-1 cap. 5 to 51. Chaos Terminator is dropping a model, now forcing melee combat on Shooter Boys. But look at all these plasma guns from Jeff. There's so much damage on those Terminators. And does Blob cap in here, red team, to try and see this game out. Uh-oh. These guys have lightning claws, and they are tearing through the Knob Squad right now. Level 3. And there's the game with a single cap. Blue team's natural getting decapped there by what? I'm not actually sure what decapped it. Was it a Warboss? Yeah, maybe this Warboss, because he is really low and in retreat. So they have it. Powerful, powerful late game Grey Knight Terminators and Paladins and Grey Knight in general. Very, oh, level 10 Brother Captain, good grief. 51 hit points, had the Holy Armor of Titan at the end. And DiesIrae needed more Mark Argent CSM, I think. If he had Mark Argent CSM to support that Mark of Khorne Dreadnought and that Predator, that engagement might have gone very differently, because they would have been doing so much more damage than these regular piercing damage CSM, which are not going to do a whole lot versus super heavy infantry. Level 5 Chaos Lord, 2 level 10 Plague Champions, level 10 Brother Captain, level 6 Lord Commissar, and a level 6 Warboss, who went down a hell of a lot. But hey, he applied so much pressure, that Orc player. So there you have it guys, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.